So I'm having a problem with the tractor. I was down at the bottom of the driveway and all of a sudden it went into like a limp mode. It wouldn't go over 1500 RPM no matter what I did. And then it died. I started recording and then it died. And then I turned it off, turned it back on, then it started and it was fine and back up to 2500 RPM, but I knew it wasn't quite, something wasn't right. So, and I figured let's take a look at the fuel system and see what we got there. That's forward. Should be 2500 RPM, 2400. Tractor started running rough. Look at this strainer. Oh, this is really a two-handed job. There's definitely some crap in there. And I cleaned it once already. Let me go clean it out good. I think I need to put some biocide in here. There's definitely some slime. Dump some BioClean in there. I'm gonna go add 5 gallons of fresh diesel to it too. Even the fuel strainer did the trick. I'll clean out one more time, but it's running much better now. That is just straight water coming out of that fuel water separator there. There's a little sensor at the bottom of this filter. It's got this little fuel on the bottom of this thing here. So I'm draining it out, collecting it here, but that's just straight water coming out right now. All right, now it's finally got diesel coming out of there instead of water. That's a good sign. Flush it out a little bit more here in just a second, just to make sure it's all the water's out of there, but it's definitely green again, not clear. I'd say we got about probably 2 or 3 shot glasses full of water out of that water separator. This is the fuel water separator. I cut it open to check the filter element in it just to see if it was plugged up, but it's a tiny little element. Much smaller than the thing, so I guess it really does separate. A lot of water can go to the bottom. I don't think it's plugged up at all. There was some gook in it though, so I thought maybe it had a fuel bug. I'm gonna park this thing on the hill so that this is the lowest point of this fuel tank on here, and then I'm going to stick a pump down there and get any water, if I can suck anything, you know, if I get all the water to come over to this corner and suck any water out of that tank. Hopefully I'll be able to do that, but it's a big fuel cell there and it's all one level. That'll be real easy to do, just to drop something down in there and suck it out, but it'll be downhill, and then to this side I can park it on the hill like that and force any water to go over here to the corner. That should really help. I am getting water in the bottom of the strainer there too, several times. And I'm going to start keeping that tank 100% full. I think the humidity in the air out here, the air in the tank is, the humidity is coming out of the air and coming into the tank. That's my guess on that. So, because I haven't been keeping it full, I've only kept it about half full since I've had it. But I'm going to keep it full from now on. I replaced both of those fuel filters. The one's a fuel water separator right there. That one had quite a bit of water in it. I think that little probe on the bottom is what was detecting the water and then putting it in like some kind of a limp mode that was bringing the RPM down on it. And then that one I just changed for the heck of it in case there was a fuel bug. Then I added some of that treatment to it, and I'm going to keep the fuel tank full. So I think we'll have those issues taken care of. It's running much better. Made it up and down the hill, no problem. It's a New Holland Workmaster 75. So it's 74.9 horsepower diesel. I'm also going to start using this in there too, this hot shot stuff. It does some stuff here for the water. It demulsifies the water so it can get easily removed from the fuel system. It's a stabilizer too, since the tractor sits quite a bit. Cleans the injectors. They sent me this for free, so I'll start throwing it in there. The condensation has rusted the chain in the fuel tank. That's the gas cap, fuel cap. All right, I have it parked. This is a downhill slope, so the tractor is kind of like this. So all the water should run to this front corner, and we're gonna pump it out and see what we got. Trying to make it where it curls. Get kind of a natural bend to it. You get it in that far corner down there. Okay, we'll go let that settle a little bit and then we'll see how much water content I've got in there, but it definitely looks weird. I'm pouring this into some mason jars here. I don't like, oops, I don't like the color of it at all. You can already see I got some crap out of there though. Let's let it sit. It's definitely separating out in there pretty quick. But we'll let it sit for a while. I might go pump it again without the tractor. I had it, I ran it and parked it, but let's let it sit in the tank and then go back out there and pump out some more. That's kind of shocking. The whole color is weird though. I think there's water mixed in with the whole everything. Both of them are starting to get that water and brown sediment in the bottom. But they should be clear too, like you should be able to see through the diesel fuel. That's not a good sign. I'm gonna pump everything out of that tank and start over new. I won't waste any of the fuel in the tank because I think this thing holds like 8 gallons or something, like 20 gallons. I'll just put it in the parts washer. We'll clean the parts washer and put new, that's what we use as diesel fuel in there to clean parts. So it's not wasted, but I just don't want to run it through the tractor since I'm having problems with water in there. All right, I got the transfer pump here. Let's see what comes out of this thing. I can already tell it's clear because I can see through it in the hose here. So what was coming out at the beginning was nasty. I'm gonna get a sample of what's in the hose right now. Okay, I got a little sample glass there. Boy, that's better. See through it. All right, after pumping 5.5 gallons out of the tank, you can now see through my diesel fuel. This is what was coming out after. It's a 5-gallon container, but actually holds close to 6. So about 5.5 gallons came out nasty, and then it started getting more looking like diesel as it was going. So that's what it looks like now. Color looks good and it's transparent. These were the first ones, if you remember. That's what was coming out of the bottom of my tank to begin with. That was the first sample, and then that was after 5.5 gallons pumped out. So I'll continue to let it settle, and then I'll suck from the bottom again, but I'm completely happy with that. But I'm gonna change it all, but it's good to know that we got the stuff out of the bottom. Well, the fuel strainer's looking a lot better too. You can actually see the little filter on the inside, little grates on it and stuff. Much clearer. This was the fuel strainer before. You can see with that nasty colored fuel in there. And then again, the after where it's much clearer. It's got that kind of bluish green tint to it like it should. We got good clear diesel coming out of there now too. That's the water separator filter one. Okay, the New Holland Workmaster 75 is all fixed back up. I'm just gonna keep an eye on that fuel system and monitor it from now on and keep that tank full all the time.